name's Gordon Tredgold and I want to tell you about my new radio show, the Inspiring Leadership Radio Show, which is going to start in January 2015. And the aim of this show is to make you the best leader that you can be in 2015. It's to make you an inspiring leader who will create inspired teams who will achieve astounding results. And with that in mind, I've recruited some of the leading experts in leadership from around the world. I've got Bob Burg, who wrote The Go-Giver and Adversaries to Allies. I've got John Spence, who wrote the fantastic Awesomely Simple. I've got Dr. Todd Dewitt, who wrote the Little Black Book of Leadership. I've got Mike Abrashoff, former captain of the USS Benfold, a ship he took from being the worst performer in the US Pacific Fleet to #1 performer in the Pacific Fleet. I've got Dov Barron, who knows everything there is about how to create fiercely loyal teams. I've got Bob Umar, who's an expert in inspiring Generation X and Generation Y. I've got Bob Whipple, the Trust Ambassador, and trust is a very key component of leadership, and he's going to be sharing with us his secrets. We've got Kevin Kruse, who wrote Employee Engagement 2.0, and who will tell us how to create highly engaged teams, because it's engaged teams that are going to get you to that next level and deliver those fantastic results. I've also got some of the leading coaches from around the world. I've got Nigel Risner, who's one of the top speakers and experts on impact and communication, who's going to be telling us how we can better communicate with our teams and make a real impact as leaders. I've got Tammy Kling, who's a top author and leadership writing expert, and what she's going to do is she's going to tell us about the 7 traits, the 7 habits of the top 1% of leaders, so we can learn what they do and then implement it ourselves. I've got Hans Hickler, who was the former CEO of DHL Americas, who's now a leadership coach, CEE coach with Ellipse Consulting. I've got Julie Starr. She wrote the coaching manual, Brilliant Coaching, the mentoring guide, who's going to teach us how we can coach and mentor our teams to get them to that next level. I've got Kelly Kruse, who's an expert in branding and how to brand ourselves as leaders and to own our brand. And she's also an expert on monetization, which is extremely important, and I'm sure she'll be sharing some tips with that. And then there's Mark McGregor, who's one of the most inspirational coaches I've ever worked with. He's a former Canadian ice hockey player. He's in your face, he's big, he's brash, and if he can't fire you up, nobody will. And I'm going to start the show with probably my oldest coach, the person I've been working with the longest, and that's Phil Lee. And Phil's an expert in mental toughness, emotional intelligence, and values and beliefs. And in the first show, we're going to be talking about beliefs. Why beliefs so important, how we can increase belief, and the benefits that belief can bring to our teams. So if you want to be a better leader in 2015, you cannot afford to miss this show. I'm excited about speaking with these people because it's going to be fantastic. If you want to know where to sign up, there's going to be a link underneath this video where you can click to register to receive the podcast weekly, or you can sign up at my website, leadershipprinciples.com, or you can email me at gordon@leadershipprinciples.com. I'm really looking forward to this. I hope you are. Don't